Like many people, I'm a product of who I'm from as much as where I'm from. My grandparents survived the Holocaust, and my dad left Ukraine and eventually, at the age of 19, made it to the US, speaking about 10 words of English. Through him and my mom, I, by luck, got to grow up in this country with education and love poured into me. In our District of Columbia community today, like in most of the country, we have a massive and persistent racial wealth gap. Our Black and Latino neighbors are disproportionately excluded from the civil legal system, as often only people with wealth can access justice. At Tzedek DC, we work to address this problem. One of the clients I got to serve and had the privilege of getting to know was Isan Fullington. When I met Isan at the back of the courtroom, she was an unrepresented defendant in a debt collection case who had been laid off recently from her job. She had recently escaped an abusive relationship and was sleeping on a relative's couch. We partnered with a family law organization to obtain a restraining order against her abuser, and we succeeded in getting a lawsuit against her dismissed.
And I remember seeing a voicemail from Ariel, and I called him back, and he was like, "Isan, great news. We got the case dismissed." This is literally the best thing I've heard in about 5 years.
And I just remember thinking at that point, that's why we do this work. Tzedek is this beautiful word from the Torah, the Old Testament, and the book of Deuteronomy. And the phrase goes, Tzedek, Tzedek tirdof. Justice, justice, shall you, and that means all of us, shall you pursue. I'm grateful to the NLADA and Kutak-Rock for this honor, as well as my dear friend and colleague Karen Lash for nominating me. Congratulations also to tonight's amazing awardees, Michelle Mason and David Zapolsky. I'm so glad to have learned more about the impact both of you have had. I'm sorry I can't join you all tonight in person. I'm in New Zealand with my wife Rachel and our kids during Rachel's work fellowship here. But I'm grateful that my mom Kathy and stepdad Paul and my colleague Stephen are there to represent and support this fantastic event. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.